Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Alexa, what's the time please?
The time is 10:23 a.m.
It's 10:23 a.m. I was woken up after 6 this morning. Um, he hasn't gone to work upstairs. His kids are still up there running around and thumping on the ceiling. I'm actually not very well. I'm contemplating ringing 111. Basically, a few days ago, I had this massive headache, and it was a headache that I'd never ever had before. It lasted about a couple of minutes, and I thought my head was going to explode with the pain. Now, I didn't take any notice of it because I get a load of sinus headaches. I've had 9 teeth pulled out. The dentist said that I had an abscess under one of the teeth. So I just was thinking it's sinus trouble again. So I took a couple of headache tablets and I carried on with it, and the headache went away. And you've got to understand that I'm dealing with an unbelievable amount of stress. There's noise from the builders and the workers outside. His kids aren't going to school. They're up and down the ceiling all day long, 7 days a week now. So I took Max onto the field, and someone has written racist graffiti on the bin, nigger, which means a black person, doesn't it? Nigger is black. I didn't think you were allowed to say that word anymore, at least, and not write it down in broad daylight. I have to walk past that bin 3 times a day and see the word nigger. So that upset me, and of course the stress was building up. I came back from walking Max, and there's a vehicle with D body, D.body, dead body. Is someone trying to intimidate me? No, because in 2020 that vehicle was going up and down the roads, and I was non-stop calling the doctors with migraines and feeling sick. My mum had rung and said Sue knew a way to help me get out of this place, to take the noise. I didn't have a headache after the phone call. I didn't have a headache on the field. It was when I came back from walking Max, and I just got into my flat and walked over to the window, and this sudden excruciating headache that lasted about 2 minutes came on, and my head started throbbing. My eyes started hurting, and my right hand started tingling. Now, that's twice it's happened, okay? I'm going to put it down to a migraine, because I do feel sick as well, or a tension headache. But if it happens again, I'm going to either have to call an ambulance or 111, right? It's every time my mum's calling me, right? There's a build-up of pressure up here, the temples, and it feels like my head is going to explode. It's not this, all this stress, it's not funny, it's making me extremely ill. It doesn't make me angry with the neighbour upstairs. I now feel like I'm going to end up in hospital. It's making me really, really sick and ill. And workers might find it funny. Somebody laughed as I was walking on the field this morning. Do you think racist graffiti of badgering and bullying someone to death is actually very funny? Because I don't think it's funny. Badgering, bullying and harassing someone to death is not funny. And my mum has got a worker going round there at 2 o'clock to assess her mobility, and I almost called an ambulance just now, right? she's going to have a worker to Durrell Gardens to assess her mobility, and it's me that's seriously not well. I don't know whether it's an infection. It could be an infection due to that abscess in my gum. My nose is running, I feel sick, my head feels slightly warm. Not temperature, but it feels slightly raised. And, his kids just aren't going to school anymore. And I have a vehicle with D body outside my window. My father's dead. I thought the child abuse was out. What are they afraid of?